Hello, hello, hello. I'm Erica Lynn, better known as Erica Lynn Speaks. Erica Lynn Speaks podcast is a place where you can grow beyond your limitations and make an impact on the world. I am Erica Lynn. I will teach you how to take the restraints off of you, begin to live free, and become unstoppable. Go to ericalynnspeaks.com.
I say Erica Lynn Speaks. Erica Lynn Speaks.
Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl, Erica Lynn, and I am back. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2022. Can you guys believe that it is 2022? And I am so excited to be here. Just like you guys are excited to be alive, to be breathing, because many of you are still dealing with COVID. And so we have a lot to be thankful for. This month is gratitude month. So all month for the month of January, we're going to be talking about gratitude. How can you be grateful? How can you show your gratitude in the midst of all of the challenges that you guys have gone through? But through it all, man, there's happiness underneath, above, besides, along the way, all the way. And so I'm just excited to be here. You know, I'm grateful to be back on this podcast. I'm just excited. I've been gone for a minute, but now I'm back. Okay. So this is a place where we play big or you got to go home. So if you guys are not ready to play big, then go home. No, I'm just joking. I'm just going to teach you how to play big. You might say, Erica, what are we playing big for? You are playing big for yourself. Nobody else but yourself, because the race starts and it ends with you, right? So you are playing big for yourself. You are worth it all. So with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. If you're watching me on Facebook for the first time or watching me on YouTube and you're not a member, please subscribe to my channel. Please share this podcast with everybody down your timeline, right? Because they need to be a part of this gratitude too. And for those of you all who don't want to follow, who are not on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, you guys can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter under Erica Lynn Speaks as well. So I'm everywhere, Erica Lynn Speaks. Before I go on, I just want you guys to know I love feedback. I love questions. I love comments. I love it all. So please make sure you put a comment in the comment section. Say, hey, Erica, how are you? Tell me a little bit about yourself if you choose to, or tell me the things that you are grateful for, because we are talking about gratitude. Okay. So with that being said, over the last several months, my life was kind of in a disarray, you guys. And so that's why I wasn't on the podcast. Like, I wasn't down and out, but things were just out of order. They were disheveled. They were just all over the place. And I was just kind of a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I wanted things to normalize a little bit in my life. But so I was still in the phase of growing, right? I was getting better at my crafts and nurturing the things that I needed to nurture. So when I come back to the podcast or when I get on stage at the events that I am booked to speak at in 2022, I am polished. I am better than I was. So I'm always learning. I'm always growing. But the best thing that I like to say about what I have been doing over the past couple of months, I was cocooning. I was kind of in a resting state. You guys can relate to what it's like to rest or go in a cocoon so that you can come out all polished and better than you were when you went back in, right? You know what I'm talking about, right, Jackie? Hi, Jackie. How are you? Thank you for joining the podcast. But you guys understand what it's like to cocoon. So I had to get my mind right. It was a little foggy. My brain couldn't function at its highest capacity, at the capacity that I needed it to function in, so that I can get the things done that I'm doing now and the things that I had to take care of back then. But I just wasn't my best, and I had to get better. So I couldn't help those around me. I couldn't help you. I couldn't help everybody that was connected to the sound of my voice or who was connected by this podcast. And so I just really, really had to do what it took to get me to that place. So the best thing for me was getting quiet. But in the process of getting quiet and coming through, I said, in this podcast today, there's a message that I need to deliver. There's something that I need for you to relay to you guys, but explain it the best way where I know you can grasp it. So I called a really good friend of mine. This woman is phenomenal. She's a great leader, right? She's a spiritual woman. She's a woman of God. I mean, she knocked the socks off of being beautiful. And I called her and I asked her for a scripture to help me deliver the message of what I was saying or what I was doing while I was resting. So I gave her, two scriptures that I came up with because, Google kind of tell you everything, right? But Google sometimes don't give you the back part of it. So I called her and I gave her the scriptures that I came up with. She says, no, that's not going to work. So she gave me Mark 34, verse 38. And it says, Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, Teacher, don't you care if we drown? So when I read the surrounding parts of that scripture, what they were saying was Jesus had to teach his disciples, and they weren't on land learning, they were in the boats. So he had to get in the boats with them so that he can teach them the things that he needed to teach them. And so in the midst of riding in the boat, there were deep waves, the storm, all kind of things going on around him and his disciples while he was in the boat. But he chose to take that time to rest. He rests. Can you believe? Can you even rest in a boat where the waves are deep and things is going crazy around you? Like, how can you rest? It seemed like he would have been in fear of drowning, right? But who are we talking about? We talking about Jesus here. So anyway, when Jesus had said to them, actually, he didn't say anything. He slept, right? And so when he awoke and they landed on land, immediately after they stepped foot off the boat, the demon was right there ready to attack. Now, was Jesus afraid? No. Why? Because he took the time to rest. And what resting did for him gave him the strength and the energy that he needed to go forth and fight the demon. So what I'm saying to you is sometimes in your life, things are in a disarray. They may or may not be going the way you want them to go. And there's like a lot of background noise going along, a lot of chatter going around. And you're like, oh my God, how can I function with so many things going on? Or, like, oh, you got a dysfunctional family. They're always arguing and fighting. Like, how can I go forward in my life if all of these things around me are happening? So I say to you right now, make sure you take an opportunity to cocoon. Make sure you take that moment to rest. Get yourself together so that when you step out here, you flawless, you fearless, you bad, you can handle whatever come your way because you did what you needed to do to take care of who? Self. You had to take care of you. So no matter what goes on around you, no matter how loud the background noise is, no matter how many challenges you face, get you some rest. Get you some rest. That's all I can say. So anyway, Jackie, so I hope you had an opportunity to get you some rest. And those of you who are watching the podcast, this is a message to you because I know life is not always perfect. And if you guys are familiar with following my podcast, I'm going to always give you some type of blessing or something that you can utilize in your life. So get you some rest. And because we're talking about appreciation, we're talking about gratitude. With gratitude, there is ways to show gratitude, and there's ways to show just the normal caring about a person. Right. One of the things that you can do to show gratitude is showing appreciation to your loved ones. Because your mama, she do what she does for you because she's your mother. But how do you show your mother gratitude? How do you show her appreciation for doing the things that she do for you? Your friends, like I have a really, really, really great friend of mine. First of all, I have a lot of great friends, and you guys are all good friends as well. But I have some friends that really break their back for me and show me love, and is always there for the drop of the hat. How do you show those friends appreciation? How do you show them gratitude? Because all the time, like, you don't have to go and buy big fancy things to tell a person that you love them. You could do something as simple as write them a thank you card. Right? You can write them a thank you card because thank you cards come from the heart. You can write a quick message and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. Thank you for what you have done for me. Thank you for what you are doing for me. Thank you for coming and pouring into me when I couldn't pour into myself. Whatever it is, send them a thank you card. That is one form of expression that you can utilize to show somebody that you appreciate them, right? That shows gratitude. How many of you wrote a thank you card for someone lately to show them appreciation? How many of you that is watching this podcast have showed someone appreciation by just sending them a letter? And do you guys know the Christmas cards that you put in the mail? It takes a lot of time and effort to create those Christmas cards. Well, that shows appreciation to the other person that you were thinking about them because they may have done something for you, or they may have sent you a Christmas card and you're showing the appreciation by sending one back to them. So there's so many different ways that you can use to show someone appreciation, but the simplest, easiest, most thoughtful way, cost-free, is give them a thank you card. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something. One of the things, okay, so everybody that knows me knows that I have like this wonderful mother. I have a wonderful mother, and my mother loves to dance. My mother loves to dance, and no matter what event we have, my mother is going to dance. Now, my mother is like 70. Do you know how grandma is? Like, she's like 71, 72, and my mother, she still drops it like it hot. So I just kind of wanted to show my mother a little appreciation if she's watching this podcast, because I thought it was pretty cool, and you guys are going to laugh, and she's going to be like, what? But because my mother loves to dance, Mom, I just want to show you that I appreciate your dancing. So here you guys go. That's how you do the dog now, Mom. That's how the dog go now. I ain't doing no dog. That's a wobble wobble. Hey, this may get in your soul. Oh, look at y'all. Come on, friend. See the guy. I'm so stiff. I gotta sit down now, y'all. You guys, that was twerking at its finest, right? That was twerking at its finest. And she did it with her clothes on. That's a hint to the young people. You could twerk with your clothes on, okay? So in the video, if you guys see, we kept asking, if you heard it clearly, we kept asking my mom, did you do the dog? Ever since I was a little girl, my mom has always did the dog. I mean, she can outdance these young people. And for her to be the age that she is and still doing the dog, I am grateful to see her moving. But for those of you all who don't know what the dog is, because it probably came a little bit before your era, right? Before twerking came along and the wobbling and all these things. I got another little video that I put together so you guys can actually see when my mother was in her heyday, what the dog actually looks like. So I found a video on YouTube. So check it out. She broke me, she came so often. So that was a little short video. Look, I didn't realize I made it that short, but that was a little short video. That is what the dog, looks like. So when my mom was killing it all these years, she was throwing down doing the dog. So you young twerkers, y'all ain't got nothing on my mama and her doing the dog. So anyway, I'm so excited to be here. Like, I'd like to know, how was your Christmas, you guys? How was it for you bringing in the new year? Please let me know in the comments section. How was it for the new year? And most importantly, because we're here talking about gratitude, please share with me something that you are grateful for. I'd like to hear. Sonia, will you tell me something that you're grateful for? Deja, please tell me something that you're grateful for. Sonia and Deja, they was excited about watching my mom do the dance, and so my mother is gonna crack up when she see this video. But I am thankful and grateful that she is still able to drop it like it's hot. Okay, because in your 70s, everybody can't drop it like it's hot. So I am grateful that my mama is still doing the big. Now I can't dance, but I enjoy watching my mama dance. So another thing, so that brings me to something else that you could do to show gratitude and show things to people, that you're grateful for what they've done for you or grateful for them being a part of your life. You could do favors for your friends just because. So if you know that your friend is catching a bus to work every day and you have a nice car, right? And you might be off of work for the week, then get up, get out of bed and go take your friend to work for the week, right? I am sure your friend would appreciate it. Or if you have a friend with little small babies and they can't think and the babies is driving them crazy, say, hey, can I come babysit your child for a little while, just so that you could get a chance to have some me time, some mommy time. Whatever it is, do favors for your friend. So like one of my friends on here, which shout out to my wonderful nail tech, Patrick. Patrick says he is grateful for all his clientele. Let me tell you, Patrick, I am grateful to be your client. First of all, he got me together today, right? I'm rocking this green, and what Patrick did, he slays me, okay? So shout out to Paris and Co. Nail Salon. So Patrick, put your information in the comments section if people want to come and get them some Patrick. But he's more than just a nail tech. Like I go and get great advice from him. Not only do I laugh from the time I walk in the shop to the time that I leave, but I come in one way and I leave out another because he has a gift. He has a gift, a way of that he handles his clients. He always make you feel welcome, and when you leave, you feel so beautiful. You feel that you can take on the world and that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. So shout out to Paris. Thank you for being such a great nail tech. Jackie said that she is grateful for her grandchildren. I got the let me open this up. She says she's grateful. I got a lot going on. Okay. She's grateful for her grandchildren and her family. Yes, Jackie, because without our family, sometimes, man, the struggle will be harder than it was if our family is not there. So yes, shout out to your grandchildren and your family. And so then, okay, we got a lot of comments down here. Awesome. Jackie also said she is grateful for God allowing her to see another year. Right. I mean, that's like a big, like this thing. I don't know how to make noise go on this podcast, but we are all grateful to see another year. So thank you for bringing that point out, Jackie, because many of our loved ones did not make it. They did not cross over to 2022. And so I am with you. I too am grateful. We all are grateful for seeing another year. So that is beautiful. And for those of you who want to get you some Patrick, y'all want to get some of what your girl Erica Lynn get, I'm gonna share. I'll share. I was keeping him all to myself, but I can't be selfish like that. I gotta share my friends. So if you guys want to get you, you can go to parisandcosalon.com and book your appointment today. I'm telling you, the brother is slaying. He is slaying. So make sure y'all go to parisandco.com. Also, oh, you're welcome. Patrick says, God bless you and thank you. Thank you, Patrick, because you're more than just a nail tech to me. Like you part of fashion stylist. And Patrick said, if I blow up, no matter where I travel to in the world, he's gonna come and make sure my nails and make sure that he's part of my glam squad. And the brother is bad. Okay. So go check out Paris. Check him out, you guys. So I really, really I missed you guys. I really missed you all. It was so hard not being on this podcast and spending time with you guys every week, bringing you things that you can use in your life, sharing knowledge, bringing on wonderful guests, because we do have some wonderful guests that will be on the podcast this month, and it is going to be phenomenal. It is going to be a showstopper. So you guys don't want to miss the podcast. Now, you guys know the podcast used to be on Fridays, right? Friday at 5 o'clock. But I'm just going to tell you, that 5 o'clock deadline, it stressed my life out too bad. And the whole point about designing your own business or creating your own life is creating it to make it easier for you, creating it within your boundaries, creating it within your time frame. So don't let nobody else stress you out. Bring it when you set it for a time schedule that works best for you in your life. You're able to produce at a higher quality. You're able to produce at a higher rate and give the best content and quality that you can to your audience. Correct? Right? To your audience, your clients, your family, your friends, all that good stuff. So what did Sonya had to say? Sonya said that she is grateful for, I am grateful for my family and good friends. This was my first Christmas without my mom and family, and good friends rallied around my dad, myself, and my sisters. So Sonya, she lost her mother in 2021, and may she rest in peace. And Sonya had to go through that moment of mourning, of healing, of getting quiet, of cocooning, of resting, so that she can come out and be the best Sonya that she can be for her dad and her sisters. And so shout out to Sonya and her dad and her family. And we're grateful for you guys too being there for Sonya. So I'm excited. What did you say? Sheila says, oh, hey, Sheila, how you doing? Oh, I look fantastic. Okay, girl, thank you. Look, y'all know that I wouldn't be nothing without being silly. I haven't changed. I just got better. Right? I just got better. I got bolder. I had to go back and refine my skills. What is one of the skills that you guys have worked on or want to work on going into 2022? Please share with me. What are one of the skills that you have worked on or want to work on going into 2022 to make you a better you? I like to know that. And while you're typing that in the chat section, Sheila says that she is grateful for life and every breath that she takes. Absolutely, Sheila. Absolutely. Very well said. Very, 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 very well said. I am grateful for life as well. I'm grateful for your life. Sheila is one of my clients, and she's out here kicking butt and taking names. So I'm excited too, right? So let's get back to while you guys are writing your things in the comments section, then I'm going to get back, and we were talking about one of the second way that I was giving you to get to show gratitude is doing favors for your friends. So if you want to express your gratitude, then you shouldn't do favors for your friends just because they helped you recently or because you want to return something to them. Instead, help them out just because you care for them and want to make their day a little easier. This can mean picking up coffee, right? So like Paris let me know that he likes coffee. And so he likes all that fancy kind of coffee though, like, things that you can't pronounce, mochiati and coffeeati and, and let the movie say a little latte instead of latte, a little latte. But anyway, things like that, picking up coffee, donuts, just somebody's favorite chips on your way, walking their dog, like I said, babysitting, finding another small way to make a difference in your friend's life is what's most important. But how do you find that way? You have to be very observant. Look to see how you really can help someone, help your friend out. So look to see what it is that they like. Sometimes, what about that person that always compliments your nails? Because I'm doing nails because my boy is on here, right? But what if you have somebody that's always complimenting your nails? Like, oh my God, your nails are so pretty. But they never have their nails done, or they say things like, dang, I wish I could get my nails done. Well, guess what? You can go to PearsonCoSalon.com and purchase a gift certificate and give them a gift certificate so that they can go and get their nails done. But that is just one example of many things that you could do to show your gratitude to your friends and your family. And again, as I said before, don't just show them gratitude because they did something for you. Do it just because. Just because you love them, just because you love their smile, because you love what they have going on, right? And so what we got here before we go on to number 3, let's see what Paris had to say. So mine would be being generous. 20% of any nail service just for mentioning Erica Lynn. Oh, you're so sweet. So anyway, Paris is giving you guys 20% off of your service just for mentioning that you have heard about him. You saw him on Erica Lynn Speaks the whole month of January. Wow, that's fantastic, y'all. I think I'm gonna see if it works for me. I'm gonna be like, Erica Lynn Speaks. Let me see if he give me 20% off. I'm joking. But anyway, again, you guys can go to Paris and Co Salon and make an appointment and make sure you mention Erica Lynn Speaks so you can get your 20%. I'm telling you, the brother is bad. And the reason why I'm shouting him out is because you're not getting just any type of care. You're not just getting and I don't want to stereotype because that's not what I'm here for, but you're not going to those walk-in nail salons and you're getting stuck with acrylic and all this kind of stuff. Paris actually teaches you how to take care of your nails and your feet. So he might strip you down to the bottom and start you all over fresh. But when your things grow, they grow back natural and healthy. And so you're not stuck one of those people when your gel come off that your nails are breaking because he strengthened you. And in part of strengthening is building your mind. So he teaches you how to take care of your nails as well. And so the third thing so thank you, Paris, for that. I appreciate that. And my audience appreciates that as well. You know, you guys, I'm warming up. I haven't been behind this microphone in a couple of months, but I'm telling you, each podcast, I'm like fine wine. I'm just going to get better and better and better, right? So, the third thing that you can do is tell your family members how much you appreciate them. What does that look like? Well, in my family, we do a family group text message. And you can say whatever you want to say in this group text message. But you can pick up the phone, you can call somebody and say, look, I really appreciate you. When I had COVID, let me do it like this. When I had COVID, it was a very bad experience for me. I was quarantined in the room for 14 days. When my kids came in to feed me, they had their mask and their gloves on, but then they had to go out and go to work and do their thing. So I'm left there feeling lonely and sad and just all alone and just don't know what to do. And my mother, she went to the store, bought some groceries, left them on the porch. And so, Mom, I want to say to you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate you leaving food on the porch for me because my mental capacity wasn't able to handle it. And I felt like I was alone and going crazy, even though I could pick up the phone and call somebody. But nobody wants to come around you, of course, when you have COVID, because I was still in my contagious stages. So I just want to say, Mom, I appreciate you. I want to say to my children, I appreciate you. I want to say to my friend, my special friend who doesn't have a name, that all those wonderful phone calls that you made to keep me sane, to keep me from like losing it, from not having human contact when I had COVID. I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate you so much for that and many, many other things that you have done. And so this podcast, again, today is about gratitude and showing appreciation and discovering and learning simple ways, things that you could do to show someone that you really appreciate them. And it goes a long, long way. So in the comment section, if you guys have someone that you want to shout out or tell them that you thank them, that you are appreciative, you are grateful for something that they have done for you, or just being a part of your life, today's podcast is the time for you to put that appreciation and show that gratitude, because I'm going to display it on the screen, and you can show this podcast to them later. Like, hey, see, I put you on Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. So that's just fantastic. I'm learning how to work all my new equipment. I'm appreciative of my Christmas gift. It was wonderful. So shout out to the no name person for making sure that this podcast is flawless. And by the way, Nova, if you're watching now with all the new equipment I have, you no longer have to say to me, why are you hollering on the podcast? I'm finally at a point where I can use my own voice, my own tone, because I have the right equipment. But I had to get here first. I didn't just jump out here and start the podcast with all of the top of the line equipment. I had to go through steps and stages. Season 1, season 2, get it together, fall off, get it together, fall off. But what's most important is no matter how many times you fall off, the one thing that you've gained from falling off is that lesson that you learned, that experience that you went through, so that when you get back on again, oh, baby, you're going to be unstoppable. You are going to be unstoppable. So I really, really appreciate all my friends and family. I want to dedicate this podcast to somebody that was really special to me, my brother. And I'm going to show you. Look, I got it all. Here we go. So this is Bo Jones. Bo Jones has been a part of my life since probably before I was born, right? Bo Jones was married to my sister, Dawn, and we lost him in August of 2021 to cancer. And my sister and him used to go together when they were kids, and then they separated and they found each other again as adults. And so he was not a brother-in-law. Like, I've never used the word law when it came to him. He was my brother. And I loved him. I loved him for loving my sister. I loved him for loving my niece. And because our families were connected for so long, he loved my entire family as if they were his own. And so this podcast is dedicated to my brother, Bo Jones. I just want you to rest in heaven. You know, you're gone, but you're not forgotten. We're always going to love you and miss you. You know, we'll be here to keep my sister and my nephew up and going, keep them going. But I just wanted to say to you, brother, thank you for being part of our life. Thank you for loving my sister. Thank you for loving my family. Just thank you for just blessing us with your presence. You know, our life, like camping was just the bomb. Like, it was the bomb because of him. And so the next camping trip we go is dedicated to you as well. So I just want to shout out to my brother, Bo Jones. And so anyway, I don't want to get all teary-eyed, but that was part of some of the things that I was experiencing and going through in 2021. So I had to go through my healing stage as well. And we all grieve differently. We all go through a healing stage differently. But whatever works for you, you know, don't let nobody else tell you how to grieve. Don't let nobody else tell you how to heal. You know, you get in there and you get with someone and you're able to be transparent and open, and they're going to walk you through it. Somebody that truly is there for you and love you, they're going to walk you through it. I'm just blessed enough that I had a great support system. Pastor Barb, my sisters, like my friends, all of my Facebook family. I am excited. I didn't realize I didn't take the picture back down. Okay. So Pastor Barb is on here, Barbara Bankston. She said that's good. You fell, but didn't. That's right. You fell, but didn't give up. You are absolutely correct, Pastor Barb. I fell and I felt like giving up. I did. I felt like giving up. I was like, why do I want to come back on this podcast? Why do I want to do the things I want to do? Why do I want to get on stage and help all of these people? Why do I want to travel around the world and speak at different speaking engagements? And so you're correct, Pastor Barb. I failed, but I didn't give up. And because I didn't give up, I am here today. So Oh, so Darlene is here. Beautiful Erica. Hi, Darlene. How are you? That's my big sister, you guys. She's such a great support system. So I remember when we went to St. Louis and I was selling my book. And my sister had never heard me speak before. I jumped out into this industry, kind of what not telling anybody. And then when I got out here, I started telling everybody what I'm doing. Then it got redundant. They was like, we don't want to hear it anymore. Like, we love you, we support you, but we don't want you to talk about this at every meal, at every function, at every event. So I had to learn that balance. But when we went to St. Louis, and a cousin of mine, he had took us over to the bar, and he had the DJ introduce me, and I got up on the microphone at the juke joint. Okay, Erica Lynn was hanging at the juke joint, and I spoke. And I remember watching my sister run to the front of the bar and grab her a seat to watch me speak in front of everyone. And just the look on her face was like, wow, that's my little sister. Wow, I'm really proud of her. That feeling, that was a feeling of gratitude, knowing that I made my sister proud. And the fact that I sold a lot of books that day. So shout out to my cousin Benny Red for setting it all up while I was in St. Louis. So I really appreciate that. And shout out to my sister, to Pastor Barb. I'm excited. So now Patrick, he put another comment in here. And he says, I am thankful for my parents for their unwavering love and support for my personal and business life, for being stern and direct, righting my rights and checking me on my wrongs. Thanks, Mom and Pops. Shout out. Right. Thank you, Mom and Pops, for getting Patrick together, because without you, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd still be sitting in the Asian shop with fungus and stuff. I didn't say that out loud. Okay. But anyway, I am so excited that you guys decided to join me today on this podcast. Like, this was wonderful. Thank you for the great, warm welcoming back to the podcast. I thought I was going to get an opportunity to upload all of the podcast covers so that I can show you the guests for the month of January. But next week, we're going to have Pastor Barbara Bankson and Dr. Portia Lockett. We're going to be talking about gratitude through grief. Like, how can you still show gratitude through some of the things that you went through? So you saying, Erica, you asking me to be happy. You asking me to be thankful. You asking me to be grateful. But why are you asking me this while I'm going through something? How can I be grateful while I'm going through the storm? Well, baby, I'm going to have the power hitters on here to show you, teach you, tell you, and demonstrate from their own personal experiences ways that you can still show gratitude and be grateful even though you were going through the storm. But guess what? When you go through the storm, you got to come out of it. And so when you come out of it, you're going to be much stronger, healthier. You're going to have a great mindset. And most importantly, you're going to know what not to do again, because you're going to say, well, I did that and that was the experience. So I don't want to go down that road again, right? And so it's going to be phenomenal. And after Barbara Bankson and Dr. Portia, we're going to have radio personality Monica Morgan on the show. And we're going to have Rodney Barris on the show. So it's going to be a phenomenal month of January, you guys. My assistant, shout out to Sonya. I am so grateful for Sonya. Sonya, if you're still on this podcast, say something. I am so grateful to Sonya because she, along with my other team, you can't see my other team member, y'all. She's over here laying on the floor. But my team gets me together, whether it's eyelashes, whether it's making sure that the cameras are straight, whether it's making sure my big old forehead is not shining. But I want to say to you guys, thank you so much for everything that you have done for the past 3 seasons of this podcast since 2018, when I just got cuckoo and crazy and decided to launch this business. And you guys have done nothing but support Erica Lynn Speaks, and everything that comes along with me. And y'all know I'm spoiled, and so I whine a little. So shout out to those who deal with me whining. Y'all know who y'all are. This is a behind the scenes joke, okay? Anyway, I am not going to hold you guys long today. I just wanted to share those gratitude steps with you so that you guys know how to move forward in 2022, what to do. So, again, you showed appreciation to your loved ones by writing them thank you cards or sending them a text message. And as the kids say, what's up? Thank you for what you did. What's up? Thank you for that cash app. Whatever it is, write a thank you card, a thank you text, whatever you need to do. Pop it in the mail, right? So many of us don't even use the mail. I was watching this lady put something in the mail the other day, and I said, dang, I don't even remember the last time that I've used the mailbox, because everything is done through email, through text message, through uploading, through all of those ways. So shout out to the mail people. We're showing gratitude because I don't know if people actually still get checks in the mail, because that's all I thought that the mail people was for, in my Amazon delivery. That's all I thought, but I don't get, well, I'm not gonna say I don't get, because some checks is still gonna come. We claiming that 2022 more checks, but again, show your appreciation. Number 2 was do favors for your friends just because you don't need a rhyme or reason. And number 3 was tell your family members how much you appreciate them. Okay. And I want you guys to do that. Will you guys do that for me? Will you do that for me? And Sonya, she says, hey, Sonya, I am so grateful. Listen, y'all don't even understand. Me and Sonya, we live in 2 different states. And so she is my assistant. She's beyond a virtual assistant. You bad when you can handle all my personal and company needs and you in another state. So shout out to Sonya. I appreciate you. And then Sheila, she got in here. What did Sheila say? I am thankful for God's mercy and strength. I am also thankful for my husband, daughter, parents, and supportive friends. I am grateful and thankful for my new website and logo with Erica Lynn Speaks guidance and help. You're welcome. First of all, I want to shout out to your family and friends as well, right? So all of your students that you used to have, just everything and everyone that is connected to you. They appreciate you. I appreciate you. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you being one of my clients. And sometimes it's hard to get a good client that actually do the things that you tell them to do, because you've been down that road. You've had that experience before. So you're not telling them something that's not going to work for them. But when you get a great client that actually does what you tell them to do, then you keep that client. You do everything you can to nurture that client and keep them growing to their next level. So thank you so much, Sheila, for all your support and being such a great client to me. I really appreciate that. And your best is yet to come, because you have messages that you have to share with your audiences. You have messages that you have to get out. We have a no-name guest on. He's the oops. Sorry, y'all. My no-name friend. He says, I am grateful for Erica Lynn friendship and her great sense of humor. No, you didn't make me laugh like that. He's silly. So anyway, y'all just saw me blush. He does that to me. Anyway, Sheila says, you're welcome. And so I'm excited that we're back for season 3 and that we're going to kick butt and take names. And so if you guys have any show ideas, if you have any things that you want me to touch and address in 2022, please leave it in the comments section or go in my DM, or you can go in Sonya's DM, my assistant, give it to her and she'll make sure she get it to me. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Erica Lynn Speaks on Facebook, or if you want to get something free, just go to ericalynnspeaks.com. I give away free stuff all the time. Just go to my website, search around, get all the goodies that I put there for you. So I'm excited. I appreciate all you guys for coming today and being here on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn and all the places that this podcast is being seen. Make sure you share it with your family and friends as well. So I love you guys. And with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. I am going to relax. I am on vacation. I have done some amazing things in my life, and I'm not going to give it all to you guys today. I'll reveal a little bit as we go on, right? That's my mystery. Anyway, I love you all. Let me take this off the screen. Where did I do it? Oh, look, I left him up on the screen. Let me take him off. Okay, there we go. Clicking the buttons. My other team member, he couldn't get here in time, so I got to control everything. So I'm going to leave you with my final words. Success is what you make out of it. What you put in is what you get out. So if you don't do any work, then you don't get the results that you're looking for. If you're expecting someone else to do it for you, then it may or may not get done. And if it gets done, it's not going to get done the way that you want it to get done. So roll up your sleeves, write you an outline, write you a plan, write your goals, write your purpose, whatever it is that you want to accomplish in your life, write it down. Because when you write something down, you manifest it into your reality. When you write something down, then it is your truth because you wrote it down. So make sure that you go forward with your dreams, your visions, your purpose, no one else's but yours. When you take that first step into accomplishing your dreams, your goals, your visions, your purpose, everyone and everything around you will support you, will uplift you, will be there, will back you up, will push you when you're weak, will keep you going when you can't go any further. So I want you guys to take that first step so the rest of them steps will reveal themselves. The harder you work, the more results you'll get. Ask my people on the podcast. Ask Paris, Patrick, he works. Ask Sheila, they work. Ask Sonia, they work. Ask my no-name friend, he works. So, but all of that comes through because you wrote a goal, you had a vision, you had a dream, something that sparked, that motivated you, something that was inside of you that said, this is what I want to accomplish. Now, in order to get from this is what I want to accomplish to accomplishing it is very simple. You got to do the work. So I want you guys to do all the work that you need to do to accomplish your goals. And if you get wavered along the way, find something or someone to motivate you. There's YouTube videos out there that can motivate you. Erica Lynn Speaks podcast that motivates you. Your mom, your dad, they motivate you. Your friends and your family, they can motivate you. Whatever it is you need to keep you going, surround yourself with those individuals or those things because your faith will be tested. But in order to overcome it, that means you had to do the work and you surrounded yourself with the support system and the team that you needed to help you go through it. So that's my time. I'm your girl, Erica Lynn. I appreciate you too, Patrick. I appreciate you. Somebody sent something in another language and I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to put it on, on the screen, right? But I appreciate you guys for all your support. I can't wait. We're every Wednesday. I got to say it Wednesday at 7 p.m. Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. So we're no longer on Fridays. We are here going for, and I'm not going nowhere. So I'll see you guys next Wednesday on Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. And just remember, it only takes just one step beyond you. God bless you. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. This podcast was brought to you by EricaLynnSpeaks.com. Sign up for your free consultation today at EricaLynnSpeaks.com/work with me. And just remember, it only takes just one step beyond
you. I say Erica Lynn Speaks.